I heard a comedian say something many years ago that really spoke to me a lot. And that was, there's a reason the path is less traveled. The reason it spoke to me, I kind of analyzed that statement. Because if the journey wasn't hard, everybody and their brother would do it, right? I mean, that's common sense. The people who's successful in life, they made a way when it seems no way, right? They chop down the trees, they chop down the brush, they put some rocks, they put some good, whatever to get up the ridge through the mountaintops to reach their destination, what they want to do. But some people don't have that luxury. Some people don't have that motivation to do it. They need a little bit of help, right? And sometimes, like, use this example. I never got this revelation until just a moment ago, and I wanted to share it with you. It's like if you're born into wealth, right? You know the people who's born into wealth, they don't have to worry about nothing in their entire life. Generation wealth, right? The path that they're on, it's a freaking interstate, paved interstate with no mountaintops. It's a straight path to where they want to go. They have many exits they can take. They have gas stations or whatever to get a snack if they need to. They have an easy peasy life ahead of them. They don't have to ever worry about anything. But the rest of us, we have to. Now, sometimes the path that we take, our parents did the best they could. They made a little bit of a journey for us. They cut the branches down the trees and done some rocks, and they have a little bit of a retainer wall here and there to kind of get you the way around the mountain or to the top. And sometimes they only could be so far, but they tell you where it's at and how difficult for them to get past there. And sometimes that generation is able to move forward from that path. Because sometimes, for myself, I was the only person in my family and my mom and dad that actually graduated high school and college. So that was a longer path than my mom and dad ever took. And that's the thing about hiking on a journey, on a path, or, that's how I process it. I don't know what the other ridge will look like. I'm excited for it, but nervous at the same time. I'm nervous about what the weather's going to be like. Is it going to be a little cooler up there? Is it going to rain? Is it going to snow? Are we going to see any wildlife? Are we going to see some deer? Are we going to see some bears? Are we going to see, it's exciting, but it can be kind of, fearful sometimes of situations, and you can't let it bother you. Let me give you an example. I haven't hiked in a long time, but there was a place that I been to many times, and there's always people say they've seen bears and stuff like that on the path, and I've always in the back of my head make sure I don't see no bears with cubs. Usually, if you see bears with cubs, it's a whole different ball game. And when I go on that path, I enjoy the path as much as I can, but I try my best to be alert and be observant of my surroundings, because you never know. And that's kind of like a piece of advice that somebody might tell you. Let's say you have a coworker or a brother or mother, sister, a complete stranger that knows that path that you're taking, and they'll tell you, hey, there's some rocks that might, some issues with some rocks. Be careful, you might trip there. Or in times past, I've seen a couple bears or moose or whatever on the path. Be careful. Sometime when you're younger, when people give you advice, you're like, whatever, dude, whatever. I got this. And when they forget about it, and when they walk on the path, like, oh, crud, I forgot about that. And they learn their lesson, right? The older you get, you kind of do the same thing. Right? What I mean by that is you're that person, the old guy or lady that tells the young people, hey, be careful of this ridge. It's kind of slippery. Might be some bears or whatever on this ridge. That's what I've been doing. And I feel like that kind of person, like, now you don't need to do that now. Back in my day. And I know it's a meme, but genuinely I do care. I want to pass on information to people younger than me or the same age as me or people that's not took the path that I took. I want to help them. I can't hold their hand through this journey. And that's the thing I really want to kind of, I guess, to close this kind of video is my previous video. It was a YouTube short that said, do you believe in yourself? And I said, you should, right? Don't compare yourself to Bill or Jill, your best friends. You got to do it yourself. You got to love yourself. But the thing is, sometimes you have to have encouragement, right? And encouragement can come through different channels. So people or you watching a video that encourages you or whatever. But when you're on that path to wherever your destination is, me or whoever can encourage you to a certain point, right? We can say, we believe in you. You can do this. Just be careful for that ridge. Be careful of the temptation of falling down or seeing a bear or you can't be fearful of the path. They might be bears. They might not be. It might rain. It might not. It might snow. It might not. But if it does, prepare for it. How do you prepare for it? Get some clothes just in case, or get some items that could help you if you see a bear. I'll just say that. Or anything like that. Or like a first aid kit. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? And you can relate that to your life. If you didn't catch that, that's what I'm referring to with the path of life to the path that you're taking in life. We all want the easy peasy life. But I tell you this. The things that I've been through in life has made me who I am today. Do I regret some of the idiotic decisions I made in life? To a certain point, yes. But on the same hand, I didn't intend to screw it up, of course. But I learned a lot about myself and about life. It taught me to see the path ahead more clearly. I might not see it through different paths or different ways, but you kind of learn better. Okay, that looks a little different. That particular ridge reminds me of that one ridge I almost fell off. I have to be careful there. Make sure I wear the right boots or shoes. Don't wear Crocs or flip-flops up there, right? If you expect rain, don't wear flip-flops. Wear boots. It's the same thing with life. You have to prepare for it. Now, sometimes you can't prepare for it. Sometimes it just hits you like a ton of bricks. It's just like, it's your turn. Deal with it. What do you do? And sometimes it feels like you can't do nothing. It feels like you are stuck on that path. You're just camping out. You've been camped out at that location for years. And you look down up the ridge and you're like, man, I wonder what it's like on the other side of that ridge. I wonder. But you're afraid of the bears. You're afraid of the weather, which it's fine. I understand. But something inside you says, you know what? What if it's nice up there? Remember that one guy told you how beautiful it was up there? How you can see for miles away? And you kind of like, I don't want to hear that. And you change the subject in your mind. You think about something else. Oh, it's too far to go. There might be bears and lions and tigers on my up there. It might be 5 inches of snow up there. It might be a tornado up there, even though there's no tornadoes in that area. But you get my drift. So what do? How do you get motivation? And then here's another perspective. Let's say you've been on that path. You camped out for many, many months. People come along the way, very motivated and very hopeful for the path. And you see them all smiling and whatever, and you talk to them, and they're like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" And it's not my first rodeo. I've been here before. I enjoy the path. And you're like, "What?" But there's a big mountain there. It's like, yeah, it is, but it's worth it. Those people are kind of a unicorn. They're not a lot like that in this world. But they realized how important it is to keep going on the path. because you get comfortable where you're at in life. That's the thing about, and if you want to camp out and sit there on your tent for the rest of your life, that's fine. No judgment here. All love. But you have to quit looking up the ridge and wonder, I wonder how it is up there. If you still have that, there's something inside you telling you, go see. Enjoy this life. The life, that's the thing I want to say in closing. The old saying, or many times back in the day, you only live once, right? And it's true, it does. How do you want to, when you're 80 years old, when you look back in life, are you going to regret sitting in that tent on the path of whatever and just wish, what if I did take that path up there? What would happen? Are you going to be that person? Or are you going to be like, you know what? That was a very hard path to go. But man, I learned so much. I saw so much. I met so much people. I so many breathtaking places that I'll never forget. And some people can't do it because, they don't want to have anything. They want the easy peasy life. That's fine. You know the people I'm talking about. They've been handed everything in their life, and that's fine too. And that's the thing in closing. If you, a person, have been on the mountaintop and see everything and learn the path, but your friend decided to camp out on the side and don't do it, give that person grace. They're dealing with their own thing. You can only encourage them so much before they get pissed off. But just truly give them grace and understand that, that some people want to camp out. They don't want to go on the ridge. They don't want to see the mountaintop. They don't want to learn every ounce of the path. Maybe one day they'll decide to do it, but not today. But anyways, I hope each one of you have a freaking fantastic day. And always remember, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. See you later.